Good morning, children. This is Seema Prabhakaran. We'll continue with our history lesson, The National Movement, Part 2, from 1919 to 1947. In our previous video, we talked about the Quit India movement. Today, we'll talk about Subhash Chandra Bose and the Indian National Army. Subhash Chandra Bose was elected the President of the Congress in 1938 and again in 1939. In 1939, he resigned the chairmanship of the party due to differences with Mahatma Gandhi. In May 1939, he formed a new party known as the Forward Bloc. He was arrested by the British government on 2nd July 1940, but later released and kept in his house at Calcutta under strict watch. On 17 January 1941, he left his home in disguise. He went to Peshawar, dressed as a Pathan, and then reached Afghanistan. From there, he went to Russia, and in March 1941, he flew from Russia to Germany. Subhash Chandra Bose reached Japan in June 1943. On 26 August 1943, he took charge of Azad Hind Fauj, Indian National Army or INA, and became its supreme commander. The army comprised a number of Indian soldiers and officers of the British Army who had been captured by the Japanese forces during World War II. Popularly called Netaji, Bose gave the call of Dilli Chalo. Japan recognized Subhash as the head of the government of Free India. In November 1943, Japan handed over the Andaman and Nicobar Islands to the INA. Subhash Chandra Bose paid a visit to these islands and hoisted the tricolour flag at Andaman Island. The INA, along with Japanese army, reached Imphal. Japan met defeat in the Second World War. The defeat of Japan sealed the fate of INA. Netaji left Rangoon for Bangkok. Thereafter, he flew to Tokyo. While on the way to Tokyo, he is said to have received fatal injuries in the plane crash. The Japanese official version was that Subhash died on 18th August 1945. Next heading is Developments leading to independence of India. The Quit India movement had failed in a way. Similarly, INA struggle also ended. But these were important landmarks on the road to India's independence. The masses were determined to permit the British no peace until they agreed to quit India. The Shimla Conference. Mahatma Gandhi was released from prison in May 1944 on health grounds. The war in Europe was drawing to a close. The new Viceroy, Lord Wavell, thought of ending the deadlock. A conference was convened at Shimla on 25 June 1945. This conference also failed to find a solution that could be acceptable both to the Congress and the League. Next is the Cabinet Mission 1946. In 1946, the British government once again held provincial elections. The Congress was triumphant in a majority of the constituencies. The Muslim League was also very successful in securing seats reserved for Muslims. It stuck to its demand for a separate state of Pakistan for Muslims. In March, Attlee sent a 3-member cabinet mission to India to look into the demand for a separate Muslim state and negotiate the terms for the transfer of power to Indians. The cabinet mission plan was finally accepted by both the Congress and the Muslim League. Meanwhile, arrangements to elect the Constituent Assembly went ahead. The Congress had an overwhelming majority in the Constituent Assembly. The Muslim League therefore withdrew its acceptance to the cabinet mission plan. It was then decided to resort to direct action. Under the leadership of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, it decided to launch a mass agitation to press for its demand for a Muslim state of Pakistan. It declared August 16, 1946 as Direct Action Day. Riots broke out all over Calcutta that day and continued for several days. By March 1947, the communal violence had spread to northern India. Thousands of Indians were killed in the violence over partition. The Muslim League began boycotting the Constituent Assembly to push for their demand. The new Viceroy, Lord Mountbatten, assumed office on 24th March 1947. He was convinced that the partition of India was essential. On 3rd June, he announced his plan. He said that the transfer of power to India could only be on the basis of partition of the country. He also declared that the transfer of power would take place not in June 1948 but much before that. Plan for the partition of India was accepted by the Muslim League. No Congress leader approved of the idea of partition, but everyone had to accept it as it was a necessary evil. That's all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.